Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He has the talent and energy to shine, but sticking with hard work and handling setbacks is not his strength. At first, you may see him jump into new opportunities and talk about big dreams, but when things get tough, his habit is to step back or leave rather than push through. He's more likely to switch jobs or chase new projects instead of building a strong career path over time.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to break down than bounce back. He gets upset easily and might react with anger or withdraw from the problem altogether. Instead of fighting through setbacks, he prefers to step away and protect himself.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He isn't the easiest person to get along with at work. He may often rub people the wrong way because he doesn't try to be polite or kind, and his quick temper can spark arguments. If someone disagrees with him or things get tense, he might snap or say something harsh.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he probably won't show much pride or support. Instead, he might feel awkward, become distant, or even act irritated because he isn't comfortable dealing with strong emotions or changes. If your success gets attention or makes you busier, he could pull away and avoid talking about it.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's likely to feel uncomfortable, maybe even a bit unhappy about it, though he won't say it out loud. He might not fight with you openly, but expect him to become distant or avoid talking about money and success. So while he won't throw tantrums, his lack of warmth and support will show you something's wrong.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't the most careful person when it comes to handling money. He gets excited by new things and might spend quickly without much thought or planning. If you want someone who manages money wisely and plans for the future, you'll need to be cautious with him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's likely to live beyond his means and sometimes act like he's richer than he really is. When something fun or exciting comes along, he might spend extra, even if it's not practical for his budget. This habit can lead to money troubles, especially if he avoids thinking about bills or debts.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't really open hearted or generous either with money or with kindness. While he might spend on things he enjoys for himself, he's not likely to willingly help others, give gifts, or show much support when someone needs it. He can be distant and sometimes even a bit cold, especially when money or feelings are involved.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not the type to be open or clear about money matters. If things get difficult or he feels uncomfortable, he may keep secrets instead of having honest conversations. Watch for signs that he isn't telling you everything, especially if things start to feel confusing or you catch unexpected expenses.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's not likely to step up and share housework with you. If chores start piling up, he may ignore them or expect you to handle most of it without complaint. Over time, you might find yourself carrying most of the household load while he focuses on his own interests.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to stand back and watch than get his hands dirty with chores or diapers. If you ask for help, he may say he'll support you, but this probably means offering advice from the side or pointing out what needs to be done rather than actually doing it himself. In the end, he'll leave most of the childcare and housework to you.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's much more likely to argue just to prove his point rather than truly trying to understand your side. If you share your feelings or concerns, he may quickly jump in to defend himself or explain why you're wrong, often cutting you off or talking over you. You might end up feeling like your voice doesn't matter or that you're always in a battle, not a partnership.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or act in ways that feel harsh or aggressive. His temper can flare up quickly and he might yell, make rude comments, or even shut you out completely. This can leave you feeling sad, stressed, or even afraid to bring up problems again.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he's the kind of man who gets angry quickly, often reacting before thinking things through. Small issues can turn into big arguments, and his mood can change suddenly, leaving you feeling tense or worried about upsetting him. You deserve someone who brings calm, not stress, into your life.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry or admit when he's wrong. If something goes wrong or you feel hurt, he's much more likely to blame you or make excuses than take responsibility. If you want someone who can own up, apologize, and grow from mistakes, you may end up disappointed.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He isn't very good at respecting boundaries and might not truly understand that no means no. If you set limits or say you're uncomfortable, he may push, argue, or try to change your mind instead of backing off and honoring your wishes. Sometimes he might ignore your feelings altogether or act as if your boundaries are not important. If he can't understand and honor your boundaries, that's a serious warning sign.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he may react with hurt, anger, or coldness. He might act distant or make you feel guilty, thinking that your mood is a rejection of him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may have reason to be careful because he isn't very sensitive or reliable when it comes to private moments. If things go wrong between you, he could use personal details to make sharp comments, embarrass you, or win arguments. Instead of protecting your trust, he might blurt out things you shared or act in ways that make you regret opening up to him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may not be very faithful in a relationship. His attention goes quickly to whatever seems new or exciting, and he might flirt or show interest in others without thinking much about loyalty. His behavior may leave you feeling unsure or unsettled rather than building a strong, loving bond.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to act over possessive and may show signs of jealousy, controlling behavior, or constant suspicion. He might question your friendships, want to know where you are all the time, or get upset if you talk to other men. This can be exhausting and may make you feel like you're always under watch.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what looks like a protective nature is most likely a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's watching out for you, but in reality, he's trying to manage your choices and keep you under his control. While he might try to convince you it's out of love, real care doesn't feel suffocating or limiting.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He isn't used to working as a team at home and will probably leave you with the heavy lifting, especially when things get messy or difficult. Even if you ask for help, he may step back, avoid responsibility, or say that you're better at it.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small mistakes or mood swings can set him off, and he could yell, scold harshly, or act impatient instead of listening and helping. Children might feel scared to make errors knowing that he doesn't have much patience for slip ups.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is not likely to support your role as both a mother and your own person. Instead of encouraging your dreams, hobbies, or career alongside family life, he may expect you to set aside your own needs and put all your energy into the house and kids. You might often feel alone in your journey without much emotional or practical support from him.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might support your career now, but could later ask you to quit once you have a child. At first, he may say he is proud or happy about your work, but when family responsibilities grow, he's likely to change his tune and expect you to stay home and focus only on the house and kids. It's wise to talk openly and watch for signs that his attitude could shift once life changes.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but won't show real warmth or genuine interest. His heart isn't very open, so while he might say hello or be respectful, you'll probably notice there's little effort to build a true relationship or make them feel special. Over time, this can leave you feeling let down, wishing for more connection between your families. He's more likely to expect your family to adjust for him rather than making efforts to fit in himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. When tensions rise, he can react sharply or get frustrated, which might turn small issues into big arguments. You could end up feeling caught between both sides and staying anxious about family gatherings.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern and easygoing with you in private, but expect you to become a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. When family is around, he may want you to follow customs, dress a certain way, or behave more quietly, just to keep up appearances and satisfy their expectations. If you're used to freedom and openness, this sudden change can feel confusing and unfair.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his relatives, he's more likely to stay out of it or even quietly take their side instead of supporting you. He doesn't handle conflicts well and may avoid getting involved to keep things easy for himself. Sometimes he may agree with his family just to avoid trouble, which can leave you feeling let down and unsupported.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
Yes, he does show signs of being a mummy's boy. When there's a conflict between you and his mother, he's very unlikely to choose your side or stand up for you. His loyalty leans more toward his mother, and he might avoid confrontation or make excuses rather than support you. Over time, this can make you feel less important and leave you carrying the emotional load.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share every detail of your fights and private life with his mother or sister. Whenever there's a disagreement or problem, he may turn to them for advice or comfort, even telling them things that are meant to stay between the two of you. This habit can break trust and privacy in your relationship, making you feel exposed or judged by his family.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel lonely, tiring, and unpredictable. You may spend a lot of time managing things on your own, whether it's chores, the kids, or family problems, because he mostly focuses on himself and his interests.